Version 2.2 of the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines is expected to be released in May of 2023. So in 1 to 2 months, we should have documentation for version 2.2. Until then, we have a working draft. And using that working draft, I have created the guide that is currently sharing the split screen with me, as well as a checklist for WCAG 2.2 AA. Now, if there are any changes to the draft, I expect them to be minor. At most, a success criterion may be removed, but I don't think there will be any significant changes that are in addition to what is currently in the draft. So there really is no harm in releasing the guide and the checklist, and if there are any revisions, I will update them. But now, looking through the guide, I'm currently on the cover sheet, and I'm going to scroll down through the table of contents, and then there's an introduction, an explainer, legal information, copyright, and then we get to WCAG 2.2. And so what the basis of the guide is, it comes down to each success criterion is labeled with a heading. There is a condensed explanation or summary of what the success criterion is asking for. And then there's a plain English explanation where, in my own words, I do my best to relay what that explanation or summary is, just in everyday, easy to understand terms, and then with examples where applicable. And then I end each success criterion with a link to the official guidelines so that if you are unsure or you want to check, you can easily reference the guidelines for each success criterion and know what it is getting at. And so I've done that for all 7 additional success criteria that fall under conformance level AA. And so now I'm just scrolling down through the different success criteria. Okay. And now we'll just quickly look at the checklist. And then the checklist is really is only a checklist. As quickly as possible, I summarize each success criterion. And then again, I have the link to the official documentation so that anyone can go and read it for themselves. But the checklist has a summary for each success criterion. And so I've made these 2 documents are completely free on accessible.org. All you have to do is go to accessible.org/WCAG, and I'll link to this in the description. And you will find links to both PDFs, and there is no subscription required, and you can just download them to your computer. And then if you would like the guide organized into with each success criterion into a course, and each success criterion being a lesson in that course, along with a video explanation, I will also include these in my WCAG course. So the WCAG course already has the WCAG 2.1 AA success criteria, and I will update it to have another section where I will make it a module, and I will make 2.2 its own module. So you can go through 2.0, which is its own module, and then 2.1 separately. Of course, you can go through them together if you like, but I separate them out because there are a lot of people that like, first of all, for it not to be to not go through a long document. But second of all, a lot of people just like it to be organized in different sections. And so that's what I've done with the modules. But then each success criterion is a lesson in and of itself. And then I have a quick video explanation on each success criterion. So you can, I think a lot of people learn better, or their learning is enhanced when there is a video in addition to a text explanation. So the video explanation will be me going through each success criterion. And so I'm going to add 2.2 to the WCAG course, and I will link to everything below, but the checklist and the guide are completely free, and they are at accessible.org.